Video's for a friend. It's for some figuring out measurements on changing the insert on a seat. So the insert's just the center rectangle. Usually get a piece of poster board if I'm going to make patterns that I'll cut out and do different colors, but this is for top stitching, so I'm just going to use a piece of paper. So this is probably half the size it would be with this. Always find your center mark. So say this is the insert, the rectangle piece of material. You can do this on the poster board like I mentioned. Find your center, do your line down the middle, and the pattern you sent me, it looked like every 2 inches or so was a channel this way. So from there I marked out, actually I used the measurements of 1.5 inches on this piece of paper. So every 1.5 inches I did a mark down the center line. Then I needed to find out the width of the first line. So I measured out from center. I think that was 2.5 inches. So whatever your measurement ends up being, this is your first area you want to find, is that point. Then the next one being what angle you want this line to be at. You can do it. You can go up 2 spaces. You could have brought this in further, picked it out wider, anything. This was a 1/4 inch, this space from here to here. If this was on a real seat, I probably would have used a 1/2 inch, so it would have looked like that. And this was a different line on that pattern. So here's your pattern starting to develop. It'll be this line and this line over and over, every other space. So next one you got to find this point. So measure however wide you want this, or actually that is determined by the angle you put here. Figure out the width you want there. You can see little marks here where I measured out this way for the 1/4 inch I used. Probably be about 1/2 inch for you. Follow that angle down to this horizontal line you put here, and that'll tell you how wide to put the next line. And then when you find that, mark your second line for that width. I did the same thing over here. I stopped, so that's what it'll look like in the beginning. And then you'll start adding your horizontal lines to each point. That's it in a nutshell. I hope that made sense. At least get you going. Some of those can be intimidating. You just gotta start. So like I said, find the center. Measure out to all your points. Then you can cut this shape out in a piece of poster board if you want, and then just measure like down. Maybe do a measurement on the edge and take your piece of poster board, step it down, tracing the lines with chalk onto your material. Alright, there you go. I hope that came through alright. Peace. Wish you the best.